Hello guys, this is Tools. Today I'm going to show you guys what kind of glue I use for my leatherwork. Okay, so first I want to introduce this glue. This is, I think I showed you guys in the Chanel shop tour video. It's glue made by Konishi company. It's a G17 glue. It's very strong glue. I've been using this glue since the beginning of that I do the leather craft. It's fairly easy to get. It's cheap, and it's strong, so it's time frame for me. So I use this glue a lot. And the glue is the thing that you don't really you can't really import, okay, or export. Well, you can export or import if you're a company, but if you're an individual and if you want to buy these kind of glues from overseas, it's kind of difficult because usually you get the package from airplanes and they don't really ship like explosive or highly flammable material. So it's hard to get these if you are in different area. I'm living in South Korea at the moment, the filming of the video. So in Korea they have these. Okay, so I got this in South Korea. Okay, so if you are willing to use this, maybe you might sneak some one or two in your luggage if you are in Japan, but you can't really buy them. You can really order them overseas. So this may be not a good video for you guys, but I will just explain what kind of stuff it is, and I think you can find it similar products where you live. Okay, so I'll just show you guys what I use, and then you can find your own type of glue. Okay, so this is G17 glue made by Konishi company. Okay, it says I talked about this in the shop tour video, but usually what they put stuff on the first is the best for the glue. Okay, so in this case it's synthetic rubber. It's tsurugomu in Japanese. It's hikaku. This is leather, and this is kinzoku. This is it's a metal. Okay, so in this case, this rubber is this glue is best for gluing rubbers, and then second best for the leather, and this is third best for is metal. Okay, it may be not usually the case. Sometimes they just put it randomly, but normally it's just in order that's good for. Right, okay, so. There's a couple instruction in Japanese. If you can read Japanese, you can read and then use it. But it's basically it's very simple. I'll just show you guys how to use this glue anyway. So okay, so if you take out what's inside the box, it's 170 milliliter is contained in this tube. It's a pretty big glue. Okay, so let me show you again about the coins. Again, I keep showing about the coins. Okay, so this is Canadian $2. This is €1. This is American quarter, and this is Japanese yen. Okay, so it's a pretty big glue. Okay, and there's a tip inside, which is I never use this. It's for if you uncap the screw, the head, there's a tip, and you can insert this nozzle to the tip. So if you want to do the wider area, you can use this tip, this kind of tip, which might come handy if you use, and you can use if you want to do the tight spot, you can use this. But I haven't never used this because it gets messier if I use this, so I don't really use this. So if I get a lot of these, buy these, I get plenty of nozzles. So anyway, so just in case you guys are wondering, this glue is made in Japan. Okay, guys, can you guys see? Okay, it's made in Japan. It's Konishi G17. There's a clear version of it, but it's more expensive than the yellow version, so I just buy yellow one. Clear is good for leather because it's a clear, but I don't really mind about that color. So anyway, okay, so the background what you're looking at, this white stuff, is not a cutting board. This is the PTFE board. It's a Teflon board. So even though there's a glue here spread out, I can just easily take it out, remove it with this kind of scoop or hera. So this is good for gluing stuff. Okay, I will show you anyway. So this is the glue. Okay, it has a consistency of just a typical glue you might see. Okay, so I will just I will just show you. Okay. It looks like this. Okay. This kind of consistency. Okay. It's a typical glue. Okay. Now I will just maybe try to use this. What I use like this. Okay. Usually, if it comes in a bottle, there is a can of this tool, this glue, but I think they sell like in 1 liter and 2 liter, like in a round can. Just a little bit too much for me, so I use it like this. So I apply glue like this, and then I use this hera to evenly spread out. Okay, and the other piece comes. Okay, I usually doesn't get this much messy, but in front of the camera and can't really. Okay, use it like this. So I get thin like a layer of glue, and you let it dry. Okay, you don't go immediately glue the leather. You have to dry them. Okay. In the instruction, in the winter time, again, this is depends on where you are. So humidity and temperature is all different around the world. So this is just my standard here in South Korea. You have to wait about 5 minutes. Usually, that's mostly the case. If you wait too much long, it doesn't really stick well. Okay, so I wait about 5 minutes. So gluing leather is good if you do in a batch. Okay, so if you just keep cleaning and doing the glue again later, that's too much time. So lay around all of your workpiece in a row, and then just apply glue everything. Okay, so you can work more efficiently. Okay, so I have to wait a time. Now if it's dry like this much, okay, this much, I can lay down. I give small pressure. Okay, and then you hit it with a hammer. Okay, in this case I'll just press with a finger. You hit it with a hammer, or you just gently rub with the folders, anything like that. You give pressure. Okay, you have to give pressure to stronger bonds. Okay, so it's a strong bond. Okay, you have to wait about 24 hours to maximize the strength. So leave it like this. If you're in a hurry, you can do the stitching maybe 20 to 30 minutes later, but to give up the maximum strength, you have to wait a long time to glue to be dried, and two sides gets bond together well. Okay, so this is it. And recently I got interested into water-based glue. This is a pretty interesting product. I've been using this about 2 years now. It's a fairly new product. It's a glue made by Intercom company. It's called EcoStick 1816B. Okay, so it's 1816B. This is I bought this in Korea in Seoul, South Korea. They have like big they bring in like in big bags, like in 5 liter and 10 liter, I think 15 liter bags, and they pour in like in small bottles, and they sell in like a small container like this. Okay, so this glue is water-based glue, so it has a white consistency, and it's more like a milky kind of thing. So I'll just show you guys the information right here. So this is the company. You can just type Google Intercom EcoStick 1816B in Google. You can find it, but here's the information here. It's made by Intercom company in Italia. It's a Firenze based, in Florence. And this is phone, fax, and emails, and the web. Okay, so this is designed for guns, glue spraying machines. Okay, so for spray guns and roller machines, usually in like bad companies, they have like a spray machine. They don't really put the glue with the brushes. You have to be efficient. If you build bags or wallets, whatever, you have to be efficient. So they use machines a lot. Okay, so even they have like a spray of with the booth for dedicated to apply glues. So you pour in like bunch of glues in the machines, and you spray onto leather, so you can glue. Okay, so it's more. You can do it like a thin layer that I just like showed you guys in front. There's a lot of glue wasted, so they can just really spread it efficiently, and they can save a lot of glues. So they use the machines. Okay, so anyway, it's a water-based glue. It's for leather, eco leather fabrics, covers, cardboards, or PVC or EVA. Nylons, so you can glue even greasy leathers. You know, one of the leathers that has like a waxy, like a lot of oils in it, you know, like a bridles, you know, those kind of leathers kind of hard to glue. It's not that hard, but you know, you need to use specific glue to make sure the glue stays strong. Okay, so you can glue greasy leather, and you can apply with this glue with a hand also. Okay, it's not ideal, but you can also use it. And good thing about this glue is that you can wait fairly long time. You know, this kind of glue dries pretty fast, so you can work fast. But what happens is, if you want to apply glue like in broad area, like a big area, if you're doing, let's say, if you're doing bags, and if you're lining other type of glue, when you apply the glue from the top to the bottom, if you are going to the bottom, the top side is already dried enough to be glued, but you are gluing the bottom side. So what happens is that the upper part is ready to be glued, I mean put together, but the down part is not ready. So it's like, you know, it's two different sections. So this kind of glue, you know, has to be wait a little bit longer. So it's good that you can put in a broad area, and also it doesn't smell bad. This kind of glue, it doesn't have a toluene or xylene, anything of a solvent in it. I think it has some kind of solvent, but it's not dangerous it's not harmful to people, but it smells a little bit bad. It smells a little bit kind of oil. What should I say? It you know, it has a smell to it. Okay, and this kind of glue, it doesn't smell. It has a really small smell, but you know, it's kind of unnoticeable. Okay, if you're sensitive, you can smell it, but it has no smell. Okay, so it's good if you are, you know, you work in small space and not ventilated well in a tight space. So this is good for if you're living environment like that, and while you're doing leathercraft in the environment. Okay, so this is okay. I will just show you. Okay, now I kept in you know, all of glues, if you once you open it, it starts dry, you know, in a bottle. So in order to delay the time you dry the glue to delay the time dry in the bottle. You have to have a own way to make it airtight. This kind of plastic container has a good airtightness to it, but it's not perfect. So you need to put in like a Ziploc bag, or you need to put in like a glass bottle that has like a really tight seal to it. So usually what I do is that I use multiple Ziploc bags. Okay, so what I do is I put the bottle in the bag, and then I put that bag into the other Ziploc bag. Okay, so 2 or 3 Ziploc bag will give you pretty good airtight seal. So if you have like dedicated like a glass container which has like a zero like a air tightness, that's good too. Okay, so put that bottle, this bottle, in that glass container, and then you can have an airtight seal. Okay, so now here it is. Okay, it has a like glue left on this like a entrance. It's a oh, okay. I haven't used this glue in a long time, so okay, this is not a good way to represent, but I try to be real as possible, so here it is. Okay, so the consistency, let me show you. It's like a Tokono, or like some kind of like a leather care products. It's very thin. Okay, like very thin, milky kind of products. So it's not solidified. It's the same consistency that I got fresh from the store, but the glue is left on the wall of the bottle has dried, so it showed like this kind of effect. So, but it doesn't really matter to the functionality of the glue. So, anyways, this glue is very thin, so it's highly absorbable. So what it means is that, let me glue this. Okay. Okay. It gets absorbed into the leather very well. Okay. Now, the bad thing about this is that no one sells it online. The Intercom sells it on their websites, but you have to buy in like a bulk, in like a huge bag. So either you have to buy in a group buy, or you have to like buy a whole bunch of glue and use it like for years. Okay, if you are doing for, even though you're doing the leathercraft as a job, glues, I think I think they sell in like 10 liter or 15 liter in a bag, and that will last you like a couple years. Okay, so either one of the dealers pop up in North America or in somewhere in Europe or Asia. They don't really sell in small bottle like this. This is like a third-party thing. Okay, so this bottle is from Goyo in South Korea. So no one sells this kind of glue in other than South Korea in a small bottle like this. So if you are interested, you could start to sell this. This glue is very strong too. I've always had a misconception about the water-based glue. When the water-based glues are not strong as this type of rubberized glue, but they're really strong, and they're easy to clean up too. You can just wash it with water if it gets onto the plates like this. So, the bad thing is, if you put if you spill some of the glues onto the leather like this, it's hard to remove this because it gets absorbed into the leather really fast. Okay, so either you wipe off really quick, or it gets onto the leather and forever. So after what you do with your leather, if you apply like a good amount of oil on the surface of leather, this part won't be absorb the oil that you put on, so it will leave a mark. So if you're doing the gluing the leather, this glue, this type of what's that? This glue is also same too. Make sure you don't really put the glue onto the leather. Okay, be careful when you're doing the leather. It's obviously you have to be careful, but yeah, I just told you to make sure. Okay, so anyway, this is glue, almost dried. Okay, and good thing about this glue is that you can wait about 24 hours and you heat it up, and then it's still, you can glue this. Okay, so you have a lot of time for gluing. So in other words, this is good for if you're doing like a slow process, whatever you do, this type of water-based glue. And this glue is that you can work pretty fast. Okay, now the glue material that it used is, this is polyurethane glue. Okay, this is water-based polyurethane glue, and this is chlorophane rubber glue. Okay, so it's a rubber cement. Okay, so this type of yellow cement, if you find it in your local, you can, it just, sorry guys, kids screaming outside. So this type of glue is just good for leathers almost. Okay, no matter what kind of, okay, kids going crazy outside. Sorry guys. And also, if you live in Europe, you might find this glue. It's a Woohoo company glue. You know, this kind of glue is good also for your leather work. They also have a dedicated leather glue from the Woohoo company. So even there's a Korean written on the packaging. If you find Woohoo glue somewhere in your local area, Woohoo company is pretty nice too. So buy one for leather. This is for metal. Okay, they have a glue for metal. So search for Woohoo glue if you have one. Okay, so let's glue this. Alright, okay, my finger has a glue on it when I try to remove the glues inside the bottle. Okay, now you need to hammer this, or you can just hit it with your fist. So it's very strong, and the best final strength comes after 4 days. It says on the instruction 4 days is a long time. I would rather wait just 1 day. This is the best result comes when the 4 days, but 4 days for the stitching, no way. Okay, I will just wait 1 day. I think that 1 day is good enough for the glues to dry and everything. This kind of glue is just okay for 1 day. Okay, now it got messy. Every time I do film this video, it gets messier than normally it would. So kind of sorry guys. Alright, so anyway, this scoop is from Chanel. They also have a white one, but I prefer the blue one. I think it has a more flex to it. This one's a little bit nicer, but it's just it's a tad bit. Okay, so white one, if you have a white one, it's fine. So if you're looking for this kind of stuff, Chanel sells it, and like, you know, somewhere, you know, you can easily find glues. So if you don't have these kind of stuff, don't worry. If you have like a thick piece of this piece of leather is laying around your shop, this one is pretty thin, but you can just use it as like a stick. Okay, like this. Just okay, you can use it like this. Okay, and you can just throw this away after you glue this. Alright, so it's your choice, cleaning up your tools versus throwing away. Okay, like this. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment about the suggestions. I like good suggestions and comments, so just in case you all want to say something, please leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.